Yes, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So for today, I would like to give a brief lectures on hemostasis. Okay, so this is for chapter 1. Okay, for chapter 1 in Bio 270. Okay, so in this lecture session, I will emphasize on several important parts. Okay, in chapter 1. Okay, so some of the notes, okay, I believe that you can go through by yourself. Okay? And then for the technical parts, like the diagram and also the pathway involving certain what we call that biochemical pathway or biochemical reaction. For example, for negative and positive feedback. So that one I will emphasize more. Okay? And with a little bit focusing on important parts. Okay, most likely that often okay, often came out in past semester exam. Okay, for homeopathy we have lesson outcome, so they have around five lesson outcome. Okay, so by the end of the topic, so each of you okay expected to know okay and also understand. For example, define key terms. Okay, distinguish for aquatic and terrestrial animals. Okay? Example, eliminate toxic ammonia from system, and another one for comparing the major byproduct of ammonia. Describe photonephridia, metanephridia, and multigenitials. Okay, and the last one, relate function of vertebrate key to success of vertebrates in wide array of habitats. Okay, so for homeostasis, the first one is you have to understand the definition. Okay, what is homeostasis? So homeostasis refers to balancing the internal environment of our system. So involving multiple organs, okay, involving circulatory system, blood flow, okay, nerve system, and so on, including hormones and also enzymes. Okay. So overall, homeostasis is for maintaining or maintains maintenance of constant internal environment when dealing with external changes. Okay. So involving reaction and enzyme works. Okay, with referring to specific condition that is optimal. Okay, for enzyme to work. So without optimal condition, usually enzyme, most of our enzyme, okay, in our body, and also enzyme produced by organs and also from our system cannot work properly. And then this is crucial because once our enzyme cannot work properly, so it will cause damage and also cause failure to overall system, okay, which lead to death and also certain disease. Here for three components, homeostatic control system. And this one, for example, receptor, and then control center and effector. Okay, involving nerve system and also brain. Okay, mostly brain. Okay, that control the homeostatic. Okay, homeostasis system. So for regulatory mechanism involving negative and positive feedback. So we know for negative feedback, usually the system will shut off okay, original stimulus. For example, pain. Okay, usually, for example, remove your hand from fire, for example, that one negative feedback. We shut off the stimulus so by stimulate okay, the pain sensation and deflect okay, sensation to avoid the fire or then what we call it some other thing that can cause damage to ourselves. And for positive events, this one for increase original stimulus okay, and make variable further from its original value. Usually increase concentration for certain hormones, increase concentration on certain enzyme. Okay, that one for positive feedback. So example of homeostatic regulation, we have the temperature, thermoregulation. This one constant optimal body temperature involving our what we call that our metabolism. Okay, increase metabolism and also lower down our metabolism involving hormone, growth hormone, for example, and certain other hormones. Okay, and also glucose regulation, maintaining constant optimal glucose blood glucose level. Osmoregulation, this one for osmotic pressure. Okay, kesegahan sel and for excretion, remove unwanted product ataupun nitrogenous waste of metabolism outside body. Okay. Okay, for example, thermoregulation, this one skin hair, our skin hair, this one trap heat. Okay, insulate the skin against heat loss. Okay, and then there are the hypothalamus, tiny part, okay, dalam brain kita lah, dalam otak. So monitor body temperature. Okay, so kalau ada suhu naik, dia akan turunkan. Kalau suhu turun, dia akan naikkan. Okay. Yang ni involving yang sensitive receptor. Okay. Okay, this one thermoregulation. Kalau tengok sini, nampak kan? Dia ada negative and also positive feedback. Okay. For example, normal body 37.8 or 35.6. So kalau ada imbalance, okay, increase body temperature, exercise or climate is hot. So blood warmer, then hypothalamic set point. So this hypothalamus akan activate heat loss okay, mechanism. So apa akan jadi? Kalau sini kalau terlalu panas, dia akan turunkan suhu lah. So how? Dia akan produce sweat, okay, dalam sweat glands activated, so dia akan secrete cahaya keluar, okay, untuk nak cool down our body lah. Same here, kalau tengok sini, blood cooler dan hypothalamic set point. Yang ni kalau suhu sejuk lah, okay, daripada apa yang sepatutnya, so dia akan increase lah. Yang ni positive feedback. So activate heat promoting center. So apa akan jadi? Kita punya skin blood vessel constrict. So blood divert from skin capillary and withdraw to deeper tissue. So yang ni dia nak elak haba keluar melalui kulit kita. So dia akan maintain suhu naik ke atas. Okay, akan naik suhu sampai optimal. Okay, this one berlaku setiap saat. Okay. And then untuk yang blood glucose, okay, glucose content, gula. So gula ni source banyak usually daripada makanan, okay, minuman, makanan. So if the individual or a person take a lot of sugar for daily consumption, okay, so dia ada effect, okay, untuk yang blood glucose level dalam dia punya sistem. Okay. So usually blood, kita tahu blood glucose dia involving nak reduce, selalunya akan relate dengan pancreas. So pancreas dia ada alpha dengan beta cell. Okay. So what happen, pancreas will stimulate production of insulin, okay, untuk nak lower blood glucose in blood system. Okay. So nampak sini glucose convert to glycogen. So glucagon dalam hati dia akan convert glycogen kepada glucose balik. Yang ni satu untuk lower down, satu lagi untuk lower down glucose level. Glucagon untuk raises blood glucose. Okay. So nampak sini dia evolving fat tissue. Okay. Fat acid ataupun fatty acid ataupun fats involving glycerol and satu lagi muscle. Amino acid to protein dalam muscle tissue. Okay, this one negative and positive feedback untuk glucose level in blood. So kalau tengok sini, kalau glucose level high, so dia akan stimulate beta cell, okay, to produce more insulin. Okay. So nampak sini body cell take up more glucose, okay, liver takes up glucose and store as glycogen. So glucose level in blood dia akan pulih, okay, dia akan turun ke set point yang optimal lah. Okay. So stimulus for insulin release diminish, and then kalau blood glucose level dia rendah, okay, dia rendah, panggil hypo, okay. So remove our excess glucose from blood, low blood glucose, after skipping a meal, tak makan sehari, so drop, dia punya glucose level drop, so badan kita just start shivering, shaking. sebab kurang gula. So alpha cell of pancreas will stimulate release glucagon into blood. Dia akan convert lah glucagon kepada glucose balik lah, melalui liver. So masuk dalam darah. So dia akan maintain ataupun dia akan naikkan balik glucose level. So jadi normal balik. So benda ni berlaku setiap saat lah. Okay. Selagi beta cell dalam pancreas sihat dan juga liver sihat. So if anything happen kepada these two organ, for example cancer pancreas ataupun liver cancer, so dia akan affect sel ni, sel yang ada dalam liver dan satu lagi sel ada dalam pancreas. So for diabetes, dia ada dua lah, diabetes mellitus A and B lah, ataupun 1 and 2. And then liver dia ada banyak jenis cancer lah. Okay. Related kepada part untuk cell of liver. Okay. Okay, for osmoregulation, this one more on definition. Dia ada osmoregulation, osmosis, okay, osmotic pressure, and then osmolarity. Okay. So yang ni usually terms ni you all already heard, so you all already learn on previous semester ataupun previous your punya education level lah. So benda ni melibatkan direct definition. So yang ni kita tahu. Okay, this one semi-permeable membrane, yang ni semua dah tahu. Okay, ketelapan separa. Okay, and then osmoconformers versus osmoregulators. Okay, satu yang not active adjust dia internal osmolarity dan satu lagi actively adjust. Okay, dia internal osmolarity compared to the environment. Okay, and then dia ada stenohaline versus haline. For example, this one cannot tolerate substantial change in external osmolarity, and satu lagi dia boleh survive radical fluctuation. Osmolarity level yang luar biasa sama ada luar dengan dalam sel. Okay. Okay, yang ni untuk marine animals, for example fish. Okay. So yang ni melibatkan hypoosmotic to sea level lah. Okay. So balance water loss by drinking seawater and actively excrete salt. So yang ni dia nak maintain supaya salt level dalam sel dia rendah daripada yang luar, air laut. Okay. And then this one freshwater animals. So nampak excrete salt ion and large amount of water in dilute urine for kidneys. So untuk freshwater fish, dia nak maintain dia punya osmolarity dia dalam sel dengan air freshwater, air sungai atau tasik, supaya dia tak serap banyak air masuk dalam. Okay. That's why dia punya urine dia dilute, sangat cair. So dia tend to release more water outside the cell. Okay. Okay, and then for excretion, yang ni tahu pembuangan excrete. Okay, dia orang kata apa? Push out, okay, waste or unwanted material or dalam sel ke luar sel. Okay. Usually yang melibatkan toxic material. For example, urea. Okay, this one dia punya definition. Melibatkan nitrogenous breakdown product. Okay. So, there are several types of nitrogenous waste. Okay. For example, yang ni lah. Dia start dengan amino acid, dengan nitrogenous base, dia akan produce amine groups, NH2. So, daripada amine group ni, dia ada tiga pecahan. Okay, dia ada ammonia, NH3, urea, and then satu lagi uric acid. Okay. So common for aquatic animals melibatkan ammonia, mammals and amphibian melibatkan urea, dan satu lagi untuk birds, insect and also what we call that amphibian yang ni uric acid. Okay. So little bit on description for ammonia. So ammonia very toxic. Okay, need access to lots of water to dilute ammonia supaya dia turun kepada non-lethal concentration. So quickly change into a less toxic form of urea. For example, melibatkan ikan, okay, freshwater fishes. Okay, and ammonia release all across the body surface. Ini tempat dia dikeluarkan. Okay, NH3. And then this one can be transported in circulatory system and store safely at high concentration urea. Satu di kidney lah. Okay, yang ni untuk mammal dan most adults amphibian. convert ammonia to less toxic urea, and then the other kidneys. Okay, urea is concentrated and excreted melalui buah pinggang. Okay. So this one require less water than ammonia. Energy, okay, cost to produce urea from ammonia, and this one is structure. Okay. And then for uric acid, so waste material for animal that lay hard shell egg, for example reptiles. Okay. So toxicity, non-toxic, okay, relative to nitrogen content, okay, and then insoluble in water. Okay, energy, more energy, cost more energy than urea, and then this one type of animal. So for excretory process involving 4 different stages, starting dengan filtration, okay, and then reabsorption, secretion dan excretion. So this one filtration, kalau buah pinggang dia ada glomerulus, okay, glomerulus capsule. So dalam tu dia ada ultra capillary untuk ultra filtration. So bila dia filter, produk tu kita panggil filtrate. Okay. So melibatkan pressure filtering of body fluid producing a filtrate. And then dia ada reabsorption. So this one reclaiming valuable of solids from the filtrate. Okay. Because bila buah pinggang, contoh kidney tapis daripada darah, dia melibatkan dia tapis darah. Okay. So yang ultrafiltration tu actually sangat dia punya force okay, untuk nak transfer ion ni, dia sangat halus dan dia tak efek langsung sel darah merah. So sel darah merah yang lalu di bahagian filtration, for example kidney, so dia akan tinggalkan okay, ion yang tak berkenaan, okay, termasuk urea. Okay. And then reabsorption, some of the valuable ion or compound dalam kawasan yang dah difiltrate itu dia masuk balik ke dalam darah. Okay. Yang ni untuk pastikan only nitrogen waste yang akan keluar ataupun any toxic material yang akan dibuang, bukan benda-benda yang valuable untuk organ, untuk sistem. And then there is secretion, so this one addition of toxin. Okay, from body fluid to filtrate, and excretion, this one leave system, filtrate akan tinggalkan organ dan keluar ke bahagian environment melalui air kencing. Okay, so ini kena ingat lah basic untuk yang excretory process. Kita tengok sikit untuk yang certain what we call invertebrates yang melibatkan excretion punya structure, for example photonephridia untuk yang flatworm, okay, and then metanephridia untuk worms, dan Malpighian tubule untuk yang insect. Okay. Okay, this one vertebrate kidneys, including mammals. Okay. So dia ada dua function, satu excretion, satu osmoregulation. Okay. So ini untuk nak balance salt dengan water. Itu pentingnya buah pinggang lah. That's why kalau you all pernah dengar, kalau kita take banyak makanan yang melibatkan garam, high concentration of salt dalam dah kita punya makanan, so dia akan effect kita punya balance untuk yang darah. Okay, dan bila darah tu banyak garam, dia akan beratkan kawasan ni, tugas untuk yang kidney nak keluarkan garam, lebihan garam dalam darah. Okay, so lama kelamaan dia akan rosakkan buah pinggang. Okay, okay, so human urinary system, how human organ produce urine. So first kali starting from blood. Okay, so blood ni akan enter kidney lah. Okay. So kidney akan proses ataupun tapis kita punya darah. Okay. So waste product, excessive salt, okay, organic compound, okay, nitrogen waste semua akan keluar, okay, akan ditapis daripada darah. So ureter ni dia akan carry urine from kidney to urinary bladder. Okay. Maksudnya daripada buah pinggang kepada kita punya puli kencing, and then from puli kencing kepada ureter, saluran keluar daripada puli kencing keluar. Okay, this one sedikit on structure of nephron. So nephron ni functional unit of vertebrate kidney. Okay. So involving single long tubule and ball of capillaries called glomerulus. Okay, glomerulus yang ni yang tempat dia punya, kita punya ultrafiltration, dia akan tapis darah. Okay. So yang merah ni dia punya pergerakan darah yang orang kata apa? dia ada dua. Okay, satu yang supply blood kepada kidney dan satu lagi darah yang keluar daripada filtration unit. Okay. So nampak nephron loop of Henle, this one. Loop of Henle dia ada descending dengan ascending. Okay, dia ada bahagian vertebral capillary and then dia ada collagen duct, distal convoluted tubule. Okay. So ini dia bahagi dua lah. Okay. Renal cortex dengan renal medulla. Bahagian dalam buah pinggang dengan bahagian lapis luar. Okay. So pathway of filtrate first kali melalui Bowman capsule untuk tapisan atau filtration. And then proximal tubule, okay, masuk ke loop of Henle, keluar balik ke distal tubule dan lastly kepada collagen duct, seterusnya kepada ureter. Okay. So adaptation of vertebrate kidney yang melibatkan various type of animal, for example mammals, yang desert mammal. So desert mammal kita tahu kawasan panas, dia keringnya kurang air. So urine concentrating features enabling mammals to get rid of salt and diarrhea without scalding water. Dia jimat air lah. Okay. So air kencing dia pekat tapi high concentration of urea. Okay. And then for beaver sama juga, ini aquatic animal, birds, okay, reptiles, amphibian dengan freshwater fish dan marine bony fishes. Okay. So this one cover all chapter 1 okay, untuk yang bahagian homeostasis and excretive system. Okay. So when you go through notes ni, so make sure you don't left behind the punya terms. Okay. Key terms and definition, and then satu lagi melibatkan explanation, okay, on certain negative and positive feedback. Melibatkan thermoregulation, melibatkan osmoregulation, blood, glucose in blood, dan satu lagi melibatkan blood pressure. Okay. So yang tu yang ada punya essential points yang perlu you all tahu dalam chapter 1. Okay, so that's all for now. So if you have anything to ask, just feel free to WhatsApp me. Okay, to ask anything about regarding our academic session. Okay, and also for any question relating with chapter 1. Okay, so that's all for now. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time.